Good morning, all, and welcome to this week's episode of the CEO Momcast. I have with me Sanam. Did I say your name correctly?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The mom and founder behind the athleisure wear, BODO Active Wear. I'm going to hand it over to her so she can tell us a little bit about how she got started and what her inspiration for the business was.
Hi, everyone. Hello, Sarah. How are you? I'm so happy that I'm here. Finally, it's so exciting to be here with you in your podcast and with your audiences. For Bodo Activewear, so let me start with the name. Bodo means run in Farsi. I'm from Iran. I was born and raised back in Iran, and then I came here in 2003, and I went to fashion school. I graduated from FIDM in 2005. Since then, I've been working for so many different companies, big companies in downtown LA. And just like till like 2 years ago, after I had my son, I had my son 4 years ago. And then 2 years ago, I decided to just start my own line because just combining design, fashion design, and then I'm also a trainer, workout trainer. And I love to work out, and I see all the moms, and I see the need of the, especially new moms with their new body. And I see like, I felt like, okay, I need to create something that it's more useful. And then she feels more empowered. She feels good again, like being in her own body before pregnancy, before baby, and which I'm like seeing it right now. Like whoever wears my activewear, they're in love with it. They're like it's more of a luxurious look, but for mostly for like my customers are 30 plus years old because my price range is also higher price points. And then also for the new shape of your body, even like if you're not a mom, I feel like after 30, 35 years old, your body kind of changes, you know? So, but my activewear covers that. Like, it gives you the look, it gives you I feel like because I'm putting so much love into what I design, and I feel like my customers takes the love in, and they feel it. Like when I see all the comments, the feedbacks from it, I just love it. It's my passion, what I do. There's so many, I mean, you're gonna ask me a question for that, but there's so many details going on my daily basis. But I just love what I'm doing. That's all I can say. So yeah, this is a quick
That's
short
important.
summary.
Yeah, no, that's important, especially when you hit a certain point in life. We've always been told you got to work to pay the bills, to do the things, but when you can tie your passion into it so it doesn't feel like work, that's the great thing.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so you touched a little bit on what sets your brand apart from others, but athleisure and athletic wear is a very, very saturated industry. So when you set out with this plan to start it, was your goal for moms?
Yes, I started, my niche was for moms, new moms. And then because I work out with them, I'm an instructor, also instructor for Fit for Mom Santa Monica. So I work out with them like weekly basis, sometimes 2 times a week. And I see like it's so wonderful that I see moms coming to my classes, and they're mostly like 90% of the class are wearing Bodo, and they're talking about it. They're like, oh my God, we love the waist because it's higher. We
Mhm.
loved all the pockets, the side pocket, the inside waist pockets. So especially when you're a mom and you need stuff like to put yourself in it, like instead of, because you're carrying a baby, you're carrying a stroller, you're carrying your bag and diaper bag and so many stuff, even coming to the workout classes. So if you have pockets to put your extras on, like your phone, your credit card, your cash, your car key, so you don't lose it because you really need those. And then you have your hands to carry. And then also it's the fit and the fabric. And then because I do fit each piece of my designs, I can say like at least 5 times. So it comes to me from the factory. I fit it on the actual fit model, and then I corrected it, and then I send it back. I tell them like, okay, add to the length, add to the height, add to the width. So it's also details that I feel like each piece that I'm putting it out there for them. That's why I get the really good feedback from them, because they see it, they feel it, it's different. I mean, what as soon as they put it on, they're like the texts, the emails, the feedback that I'm getting, they're like, oh my God, we had no idea. Because honestly, I only have online store for now,
Okay.
but I know they love to see and touch, and they love to feel it and see the difference between my activewear and others. And then also there's like each business, there's so many of it out there, like podcasts or like whatever you want to do. There's so many out there, but
Mm-hmm.
my niche is moms, and for the woman, they're 30, 35 plus, and they want to wear luxurious activewear. And I don't produce and design whatever, however, like people come to me, they say, why didn't you add a jacket? Why don't you add this? Or why didn't you add that? I'm like, no, it's not adding. I don't want to just buy stuff and sell it to people. I want to put my love, I want to put my energy, and I want to like connect with my customer. Honestly, most of my customer that they bought from me, I'm connected. Like I know them personally. There's so many. I kind of know them personally through email, through like they don't even live close by, through like I mean anything like text or even their Instagram. Like they send me their pictures or like personal pictures and they tell me, okay, this is just for you to like and enjoy. I'm like, okay, and I promise I'm not going to post it out there. But I just love it. And I feel this connection is the community of women empowering and like giving them a good vibe wearing activewear, like this kind of activewear. It's completely different than others.
Now,
Yeah.
you did say you only have an online store right now. Do you do pop-ups so that people can see the material? Like, yeah, I know you were at the Modern Day Wife event, so
Yes.
obviously you got a lot of exposure there. But in California, I know there's a lot of pop-ups at different markets and
Yes.
things like that.
Yes, well, what I did, because I just started January 2024, so it's
Oh,
not even a year my brand is out there. So, but what I'm doing is I'm collaborating with Fit for Mom, and they're having like pop-ups for like for the Mother's Day, they have one, and I collaborated with them, and then with Mother Day Wife, which was in June, end of June, and then there's a market, a California market. It's coming up in October. Yeah, I'm doing so many different pop-ups. And then Modern Day Wife in November 22nd. That's another one that I'm doing. So I'm like, yeah, trying to showcase BODO. For the first year, I'm just keeping it as a pop-up like the marketplaces, like for the over the weekend stuff. But starting next year, when the brand grows bigger, I am gonna look for actual store, like pop-up store for like 2 weeks, a month, or maybe longer times. Like that's my plan.
okay. Sounds good. Now, so we talked about how your brand is different than others. And I know you talked about your price point, and quite honestly, your price point, even though it is a higher end, is very reasonable. It's on par with brands like Lululemon and things like that. So it's not so out of reach for people. Um, Now, when you got started doing this, you did say that you went to fashion school and you worked for other brands. What was your inspiration to get into fashion prior to that, especially coming from another country? Did you not have access to the brands that you wanted, or?
Well, that's a good question. Back then, I grew up when I was born, my country was in middle of the war.
Mhm.
So till I was 6 years old. So I grew up, I was born in war. The war was ended when I was 6 years old. And then after that, the country was coming out of a war. So it wasn't really that much of an access, especially that time. There were no internet, there were no like smartphone, nothing. But I remember my grandma from my dad's side, she used to sew all of our dresses. Like she had, I can say like 15 grandkids, and she used to sew all the dresses, especially for the girls. Like
Mhm.
so many different dresses. And we used to live close to each other. And then I used to go to her and seeing her sewing the dresses without like making any pattern. It wasn't out of her brain, like just cutting the fabric, just sewing it. And I used to see it all the time. And my other grandma, my mother's side, she used to knit all the time. So for summertime, we had dresses from my either grandma, and for summertime, like wintertime, summertime, we always had like grandma's sewing, knitting stuff, or like blanket. I remember I used to sit down and like make the blankets when my grandma just stitching it down. I loved it. And then I went to fashion school I went to fashion school college back in Iran, and I got my bachelor degree back in Iran before I
Okay.
came. So, and then even then, we were the first students that we got accepted in fashion design, and they just opened the brand like fashion design line. And we were kind of like, it was like 12 of us. We were the first students. We got accepted, and it was like a trial kind of thing. And it worked out perfectly because I felt like we had the best teachers. And I mean, I grew up seeing, I went to college, I got my bachelor degree, and then just I was around it all the time. I never chose another job. I never did anything except for designing. And that's all I'm doing. All I did, and I think I have like I'm so perfectly like know all the details about it. Like you come to me, ask me about like how to cut this, how to sew this, different kind of sewing machines, different kind of cuts, the knit, woven. I did like completely lined jacket, completely lined coat, winter coat, outerwear. I sewn everything and anything, and I'm really like good at it. But I chose activewear because I work out every single day. And I wanted to create something that it's like I can feel it myself too. I can experience it while I'm working out. I'm a new mom, so I can like see, oh, okay, this is not working. I need something better. I need something that works better. I need to create something. My sports bras are famous among moms that they put it on. Some of them, they're still nursing and they're feeling comfortable wearing it in nursing, and then they wear it through the day. Like they work out in the morning, they do their stuff. At the end of the day, they take it off, and there's some of them they texted me. It's so funny that they're like, "We fell asleep in your sports bra and legging, and next morning we woke up, we didn't even feel like we had activewear on, you know?" So I was like, oh my God, this is so good. So it's like supportive. The compression is really high, but you still feel comfortable wearing it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
So
are you going to be adding new pieces for the winter? You did mention that, you've done line jackets and things like that before. I do see the one jacket on your website. Is there going to be new pieces coming for the winter?
yes, there are going to be a couple new pieces coming, but I'm trying to concentrate on my best sellers for now. And yeah, but there's going to be a couple jackets. I had some jackets last March. They came out and they were sold out in 2 days. And people
Wow.
were like emailing me. I'm like, oh my God, I had no idea you guys love it this much. I would have
Such a
ordered
good
by now.
feeling.
Yeah, but I couldn't place the order because it would have taken so much longer, and it was
Uh,
almost like springtime.
right.
It wasn't worth it. But it's coming this fall and winter. It's coming out, yes. But there's going to be only a couple, like two, the most three. But I'm concentrating on my best sellers and my sports bra and leggings because they're the best. I mean, they're different. You just have to wear it to feel it. I have the
There's a little
confidence. I'm
promo
so
plug. You just have
confident.
to wear them to feel it.
Yes.
Now let's switch gears a little bit. You have mentioned that you're a new mom. How is it balancing running a business and being a mom?
It's challenging. It is challenging. Definitely, there's days that I have to like, because I have put calendar. I already know like next week on Tuesday what's going on in my life. I put it down on my calendar, on my phone, my written calendar, my physical calendar, like everywhere, sticky notes all around
Mhm.
me. So you're planning your day, you're planning your week, you're planning your next month. Here comes my son, comes home being sick or having red eye, and I'm pink eye. I mean, and I'm like, oh my God, okay, so you're not going to school. No, he's staying home with pink eye. You can take him out,
Mhm.
like you can do anything. He's staying home 3 days, and then here comes the 2 days weekend. And every time I wanted to open my laptop to start working, he's calling me, Mommy, come look, Mommy, come play, and everything. But I try to, at the beginning, it was so hard for me to do the balancing. I was like, I would get exhausted and frustrated on me. Like, okay, I need to find a plan. I need to do something. Like I used to work 24/7 at the beginning, like even the weekends, at night and stuff. And then at a point I stopped myself. I'm like, okay, at nighttime, I need to rest. I need to sleep. For the weekend, on the weekends, I need to be with my family. Okay, I put 1 hour, the most 2 hours for work, because I still have to change some stuff and check and then like update and answer emails. But then I put my other time to my son and my family. Like we go, like this past 2 months, we're going to the beach every Sunday, and every Sunday afternoon. Something when I started going there, I was thinking about so many stuff like, oh, I have to do this, I have to do this work, I have to email this back. And then at a point I was like, okay, stop it. You're at the beach, just look at your son, look at your family, just enjoy this moment. And I keep reminding myself whenever we go to dinner, like family dinner, I'm just like, enjoy this time. I don't want to check my phone. I know my watch is like buzzing on me. There's stuff coming up, like people are emailing or answering questions, like a
Mhm.
questioning and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to answer. I just want to enjoy my time with my kid, with my family. It's challenging, but I feel like I keep reminding myself I need to do this. And then I started waking up earlier in the morning. That really helped me to get some stuff early in the morning before the world wake up. Like I wake up 5:30 in the morning. Like even then, like half an hour till 6:15 when my sons wake up. That I get to do so much stuff. Like I get to answer my, like, because it's like a quiet time. I just
Mhm.
answer my stuff, my emails. I get to do stuff, and then organizing. I'm super organized. And I feel like when there's days that my son gets sick or there's holidays, I kind of like take that time as a rest time, and I take a break. I take care of him. And if there's time in between, like 1 hour, 2 hour the most, I get some job done and then just go back to her. And that's what I've been doing. Yeah.
It
But
is, it's so hard, and I mean, I think any mom, regardless of owning a business or not, it's hard to turn your brain off and just be present for a lot of things.
yeah,
It's one of the biggest things that I hear in talking to other moms. Just you have so many things on your mind and taking care of so many people. It's hard to be present and shut off. But we do have to do it because we
yeah,
enjoy life more when you
exactly.
can do that.
You just have to keep reminding. I feel like
Right?
you have to tell yourself, like, turn a switch off. Okay, for 2 hours, just do this. 2 hours, just do this.
Right.
Yeah.
What is your support team like? Do you have anybody that's working for you or?
I have a virtual assistant. She's super nice and I love her. She lives in Hawaii. I've never met her. Thank God for the virtual life and
Mhm.
everything about it. And yeah, she does all my Instagram, Facebook, all the real posts, captions, and everything. I mean, I give her everything from like 2 weeks prior to the date. And then she updates like the all the details about it around it. And then I have a website team that they're taking care of all the details on the website. And other than that, it's just me. I'm doing the fulfillment, I'm doing the shipping, placing order. I mean, it's just the beginning. I started having an assistant. I had an assistant for 2 months. She was really good, but at a point, I mean, around the modern day wife and all those events, I really needed someone to help me. And but then after that, I was like, okay, I'm sitting in the office. I can do it. There's so many stuff that I have
Right.
to be on the computer and do it, you know, and I'm still not at the point that I can just trust or be comfortable or like just give it away stuff to have someone take care of it. You know, there's
Mhm.
so many details that you know. And then sometimes I feel like if I want to explain that to someone to do it for me, I can get it done before that. You know,
Yeah,
it's faster this way.
right, right.
Yeah,
No, I totally understand you on that. That's even at home. My husband's like, "Why don't you just tell me what you want me to do? Because
yeah,
by the time I tell you, I probably could have done it."
yes. And then because they ask like, why do you want it like this? Do you want it
Yeah,
now or like by
because I
tomorrow
do.
night? By tomorrow
Mhm.
night, is that fine? No, okay, okay,
Yeah, just let me do it. Just let me
yeah.
do it. So, where do you see the brand going in the next 5 years?
Well, I have a big plan in my brain. Like I imagine everything big and I see Bodo being so big and like I'm seeing Bodo being like everyone's talking about it. Everyone's talking about the community of Bodo, the people that like they're getting close to each other because of Bodo. They're like, because I even like now I'm seeing on my Instagram when I'm posting my influencers, they're doing like the reel and then another person comes and add them like start following them and then they start commenting on each other, so it's like a connection. I love that this connection between women. They start connecting through Bodo, they start knowing each other through Bodo, they start empowering each other, supporting each other. It's all about that. So I see Bodo like making this bigger, like making a big community of empowered women and new moms, and just like supporting like the support that I want to give to other women, that you have the power, you are capable, you're a mom, it's okay, you're 45 years old, it's okay, you still can be so powerful, you just have to find a way. And that's what like, so the Bodo is not about all like about like clothing, the activewear, the bra, sports bra, and the legging. It's about empowering. It's about giving that power. So I'm thinking about like, I'm coming up. I'm planning the Facebook community page that just bringing all the women together, not selling Bodo, just bringing them all together, just giving the power, giving the like good positive energy to go on with their daily life, you know, because like as soon as you wake up in the morning, you have so many thoughts in your brain that you have to take care of so many things. And there's like negative thoughts that are coming to your brain. But I just want to give that person the power, like how to think positive, how to take care of this stuff, and then maybe just wearing a Bodo wear, give that power to them. Like feel so good. I'm wearing this. I'm feeling so good. I'm gonna go do my 10-minute walk and just go on with my life. So Bodo is gonna be everywhere, and I'm so I can say 100%, like I can say 99% sure it's gonna go so big, because it's not about selling product. It's about empowering. It's about transferring this good energy through the community of all the women. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
And that's what every woman needs, regardless if they're a new mom or not. When you put something on, you want it to make you feel good. You're supposed to
Yes.
wear the clothes, but sometimes just putting something on makes you feel like $1,000,000. And honestly, we talked about how saturated the athleisure wear is, but that's what people are living in these days. So they
Yes.
want it to be as comfortable as possible
Yes.
and transition
Comfortable and
easily.
still, exactly. Comfortable and
Yes.
still look good. Still feel
Mm-hmm.
good.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter if
So
you work out or not, if you're like you ever want to work out or not. It doesn't matter. You just like put it on and you feel confident and you just like feel good living in it, you know?
I think it pushes you to move more, regardless if you go for an actual workout. It just kind of gives you that push that you need to do more around the house, to get in more steps, to get out
Yes.
and do the things you need to do instead of putting them off.
Yes, that's true.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now, we all know that the fashion industry is a hard industry to be in, to get into, to stay in, and be successful in. So, what is a piece of advice that you would give somebody starting out in the industry?
Don't give up. Do not give up. Like every day there's a new challenge coming up. Even now, like today, this morning, I woke up at 5:30. I had to email back for the costume and duty and costume that they charged me overpriced. So
Mm.
I had no idea. So I'm learning, never give up. And then also before starting something, I would say it's always good to have experience in that thing, like at least 1 year, and go see what's the challenges, what the challenges are there. Even that, if you learn so many stuff, even that when you start your own business, there's so many other new stuff coming up. And that now that I'm like seeing it every day, but what I keeps me going is that just you just have to go. You just have to move on, go forward, and don't get discouraged. And just stay positive as much as you can. It's so sometimes it's just so hard. Sometimes there's always days that you just want to give up and you want to say,
Mhm.
okay, this is not gonna work out. But then that day you have to take a break and find another way around it and just make it work. Yeah, just keep going. Just keep
That's very
going.
true. To like today with the access to everything that we have, it's not people who give up are just not utilizing that keep going because there is Google, there's so many platforms, there's so many different people on social media that you could talk to and get feedback from, and companies that are helping you now. Another brand that I talked to, Blanca Beauty, um, they've got all the products. You're just going to design your logo and put it on it, and they're going to package everything. So, like, barriers are being removed for people to get businesses off the ground. So, I think you're right. We come from a culture where it's just easy to give up because competition is too hard. But if you keep going, you're going to get what you want.
Yes. And also, something else that really helped me was like listening to podcasts, like different kind of podcasts. Honestly, it helps a lot. Because right, I feel like nowadays people around like me or even myself, I don't have time to read books, honestly, which is really bad. I mean, I'm telling my son, you have to read book every
Right.
day. I read books for him like every night.
Yep.
But like even like last night I was thinking about it. I have to start doing it. I have so many books like stacked up next to my bed.
Mhm.
As soon as I open it, I'm like, okay, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. But then podcasts, I go run listening to podcasts. I'm driving to work listening to podcasts. I'm
Mhm.
working listening to podcasts, like different kind. Like I feel like, okay, I'm down. What should I listen? Okay, I'll like go look for something. Okay, I want to be creative. What should I listen to? I go like Google and like find a podcast for it. And I love it. Like there's like right now, as you were saying, there's like so many ways that you can like feel motivated. You can like feel positive, feel back to your normal, like you can bring yourself up and
Mhm.
continue, and that really helps. Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like my content is a little the same and boring, but if you sit back and listen to it, you're getting a lot of tips, especially for people who are new to this. And I keep joking that I'm eventually one day going to write a book with like all the top 10 tips from these successful entrepreneurs that I've interviewed. But it's true. You don't think that something like a podcast is going to give you the feedback that you need or the ideas that you need. But there's so many people out there that are talking about all different things. You get a lot out of them.
Yes, exactly.
Now, don't just as
And
long
I
as you're not
feel
like my sister-in-law, she's a crime junkie and she listens to all the killer podcasts.
like, oh my God.
I know.
I mean, even that, you have the
Right.
time because you're listening to it instead of like you're saying, okay, I don't have time to read the book. At
Right.
least like you hear it, so
Yep.
you can like you get a use of it. Anything.
Right.
Yeah.
I know that we did talk a little bit about if you have something planned for the winter coming up. I can't even believe that the summer's almost over and we have 4 months left of this year. But what is a trend that you are seeing for the fall? Like, what are people looking for?
Well, looking for people, first of all, I should say trend. It's a global thing that it comes out, but each person has her own or his own trend. Whatever you wear and you feel comfortable wearing, that's your trend. That's what I'm thinking about trends. So in that mindset, I feel like whatever I'm designing and coming out, it's the trend. The trend right now is feeling, again, empowered and comfortable and feeling just feeling good wearing what you're wearing. That's the trend. And I feel like the trend is coming, and next year is all about like being more empowered, being more positive, being more in covering that and being more comfortable in what you're wearing, like the mental comfort, you know what I'm saying now, like the loose jacket. Even that, if someone is wearing a loose jacket or like PJs going to school or to college, that could be a trend for that person, that could be a trend for that age, you know, but it's not the trend for me personally. I don't like it. So it can be a trend, but it's not my trend. So it's like you get to choose your trend right now. Nowadays, it's different like 30 years ago. Nowadays, everything can be a trend, but the most important trend that you can follow is whatever you feel comfortable wearing and you feel empowered and you feel confidence. That's the trend.
Do you see any certain colors that are going to be coming for next year? Just this year's been a lot of 80s colors, brights, oranges, yellows, greens. Do you see that continuing, or do you think we're going to shift?
Yeah, like continue. Also, yeah, and then also like the peachy color, like pink peachy color. That's another
Hmm.
color coming out for spring. Yeah,
Okay.
because this past year, it was like more orange
Yeah.
coral color. Yeah, but not the pink, the bright pink that you was here, but the peachy color is coming
Okay.
out.
So some
Yeah.
softer colors.
Yes,
Okay.
because we had the coral, bright coral
Right.
and orange this year. So we like, I feel like our eyes needed to calm down.
Tone it
Okay,
down a
let's
bit.
change it. Yes. Yeah.
All right, well, Sanam, it's been so great talking to you, getting to know more about the brand and your background. For all of my listeners and followers, there is a link to BODO Active Wear, as well as you can follow online at Instagram, BODO Active Wear. There is a link to the website as well if you're looking at purchasing and supporting a small mom business.
Yay. Thank you so much for having me in your podcast.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us.